Good morning, all. In today's session, we are going to learn about speed torque characteristics as well as rotor current versus speed characteristics. In order to learn that, you must be aware about the torque relation and current relation, how this torque is related with speed or slip, or how the current is related with the speed or slip. While looking into this torque relation and further simplifying this relation, you can obtain it as torque is equal to 3 by omega ms into this denominator, this particular term. If you simplify it with its LCM and all, there will be coming a square term, and one square term will be multiplying with this, and further taking the reciprocal and multiplying it with the numerator, and while some of these cancellations, you will be finally obtaining the relation in such a way that 3 by omega ms into s into v square into rr dash divided by rr dash square plus s xr dash square. That's how you will be obtaining the relation. The same relation you have studied in your machines also before. At that time, we have learned the relation as KSE2 square R2 divided by R2 square plus SX2 square. Some of you might be remembering that relation, the relation of torque. Torque is equal to KSE2 square R2 divided by R2 square plus SX2 the whole square. The same relation you will be getting here also. Only difference is in the notations. There we have represented it as E2, and here we will be indicating it as voltage V. The relation you will be obtaining after neglecting or after rejecting the terms of stator resistance and stator reactance, considering it as very small in values. So the relation you will be getting will be in such a way that torque is equal to 3 by omega ms. This term will retain there, and the numerator will consist of s v square into rr dash, and the denominator will be having rr dash square plus s xr dash the whole square. Accordingly, this relation will get modified. So you must write down that particular equation, then only you will be able to analyze the torque slip characteristics. So this is the speed torque characteristics. Here you will be able to see the y-axis actually indicates the torque and the x-axis indicates the speed. This is the synchronous speed. As you all know, at synchronous speed the value of slip is 0. So when the value of slip is 0, definitely torque is directly proportional to slip. The relation of torque is directly proportional to slip. So when the value of slip is 0, torque value is 0. So you will be getting at synchronous speed the value of torque is 0. We will be dividing the whole graph. This is the torque slip characteristics and this is the torque current characteristics. This torque slip characteristics, for further explaining it, we will be dividing it into two regions. One is low slip region and the other is high slip region. The slip value will be here 0, and while coming in this way it will be increasing from 0 to 1. So from here till this portion I can consider it as low slip region. Further I will be considering it as high slip region. From the torque relation, as you know, in the denominator there is a term s into xr dash square, and numerator the term is s v square rr dash. So if you are looking for low slip region, that is the value of slip is very small, while considering the low slip region, you can neglect the slip square term at the denominator. So the only slip term which will be existing is at the numerator side. So the torque is directly proportional to slip s. In the low slip region, while increasing the value of slip from 0 to 1, the value of torque, as it is directly proportional to slip, it is also increasing linearly with the slip. That is what you can see it here. See, this is the low slip region. Here the value of slip is 0, and while moving from this particular point towards left side, the value of slip is increasing. As the value of slip is increasing, the torque is also increasing linearly. That's what you will be able to see it here. Next, we will look into the high slip region. In the high slip region, as you know, the value of slip is quite high. So we will not be neglecting the SXR dash square term. While comparing with SXR dash square term, RR dash term will be quite small. So we will be, RR dash square will be quite small. So we will be neglecting the RR dash square term in the denominator. So the denominator will be left with a single term, that is SXR dash the whole square. So this denominator is having a square and numerator is already having a s. So the cancellation process is taking place and the denominator will be left with a single s. So if you are looking the torque relation now, that is in high slip region, the torque will be inversely proportional to s. Since the torque is inversely proportional to s, while the value of slip is further increasing, the value of torque will be further reducing. That is what you can observe here in the high slip region. From here till here is the high slip region. As the value of slip is increasing, the value of torque is getting reduced. The maximum value of torque, which is indicated here, is also represented as breakdown torque. Next, we have to obtain the current speed characteristics. In order to obtain the current speed characteristics, we have to see the relation of current. This is the current relation. We have to obtain in a some more simplified form, and we have to get its magnitude. So further simplifying it, that is while taking the LCM of S in the denominator side and neglecting the stator resistance and the stator reactance term. Finally solving it, you will be getting it as like this, SV, and the numerator you will be getting it as SV, and in the denominator you will be getting it as RR dash plus J into SXR dash. While taking its magnitude, you will be getting it as SV divided by square root of RR dash square plus SXR dash the whole square. So if you are looking here, in this case also you will be able to see current is directly proportional to slip, and in the denominator there is a square term, but while considering the magnitude, the denominator will be having a square root term also. So that denominator square term won't have much significance here while considering the current and speed characteristics. So from the current and speed characteristics, in order to plot the current and speed characteristics, you know that from the current relation, this current will be directly proportional to slip. Here also it is divided into low slip region and the high slip region. In the low slip region, the SXR dash square term will be very small, so we don't take that into consideration. So in that particular case, this current will be directly proportional to slip. Current will be directly proportional to slip. That's what you will be getting it in the graph. That is, as the value of slip is increasing, the current is increasing linearly. Here in the case of a high slip region, you will be seeing there also almost linear. That is, the torque, value of torque is increasing with the increasing slip. But actually you won't be able to see the same increase as what you have seen during low slip region or in this portion. Why is it that the graph is showing such a behavior is, in the high slip region the value of slip is increasing, and you have to consider the term in the denominator also. That is, there is a denominator, there is a term that is s into xr dash the whole square. Even though it is within the root means while considering the magnitude, the denominator term will be square root of rr dash square plus sxr dash the whole square. So even though that sxr dash square term is within the square root which is present in the denominator, it will be having some effect when the value of slip is high. So the slip is actually linearly, or the slip is directly proportional to current. So while the value of slip is increasing, definitely the magnitude of current has to increase, but this denominator term being a bit small, when the value of slip is increasing, the denominator is also showing a slight increase. So even though current is directly proportional to slip and proportionately current is increasing, but due to the slight increase in the denominator term, the current as a whole will be not increasing in the same effect as how it was increasing in the low slip region. That's why here also you will be able to see the current is increasing, but it is not in the same way as how it was increasing before. These two characteristics and the relation of torque and the relation of current, all these are very important for further proceeding with the various speed control techniques of induction motor. So you must be thorough with this, then only you will be able to study the various speed control techniques. The points which we have explained for understanding the graph is written here. You can understand it much better by referring to some textbooks also. For any doubts, you can ask during the discussion section in Google Meet. We are stopping this session now. Next session is stator voltage control, which is a technique which is used for speed control of induction motor. Okay, thank you.